Hi, my name is Carrie. You might know me as K Warning or from my shop, 8-Bit Stitch. Sorry, not sorry about the clickbaity title. Trigger warning, there will be messy backs. It's that I haven't gotten much progress done on a lot of pieces over the last couple weeks, so I thought that maybe I'd do something a little fun. I kind of like showing off my messy backs. I have mad respect for people who have the patience to have very clean and nice, beautiful backs, but I really just care about the front. So you have been warned if you do not like messy backs. I don't know, I would love for you to keep watching, but I guess you could just dislike. That'd be fine. First things first, project updates. As I mentioned, I really haven't gotten a lot of cross stitch work done recently, and that is because I started some crochet projects. Because I don't have enough work to do, clearly. Before you get mad at me, I will just say I started 2 and I have already finished 1, so please don't be mad at me. Look at how cute it is. Oh my goodness, so cute. This one is mine. This one is going to be my husband's. We had store-bought stockings, and then our cats have stockings that were made crocheted for me by a friend, and I've always been like, I should really crochet us some stockings so that they kind of go together, and I guess this was the year that I really just decided to do it. For this stocking, I used a pattern by Make My Day Creative. I will link their website, their blog below. It's a free pattern. Disclaimer, I did alter the pattern. I tried it about 4 times, and I don't know if it was my hook was too large or my yarn was too thick or a combination of both, but this thing was just turning out ginormous. So I think the first step, like once you get it to the size where you're supposed to continue around, I think it's like 78 stitches around that they called for. I changed it to 54 and it's like the perfect size that I needed. Heads up, if you go to create this yourself and you're like, oh my god, this thing is huge, that is what I did to make it this size. I did do some cross stitch work as well. So I spun my whip wheel and it told me to do this piece by Freudian Stitch. This is a subscriber pattern that I got for subscribing to her Twitch channel. It's going to say I failed my way into success, and I just kind of decided that I didn't want to spin the wheel again. I was having a lot of fun working on this. I don't really work with a lot of these yellows, and I was just having a really great time seeing the words kind of form, you know, in the background without even filling them in yet. So yeah, I still don't really know if I have much of a desire to spin my whip wheel. I might continue to work on this for quite a while. We'll see. I do have plans to start a crochet Christmas tree skirt. I promise crochet is very fast. It will not take up much of my time. And then I will probably continue working on the Freudian stitch piece and also my Prairie Schooler Happy Christmas. On to the content that was teased in the title, the butts. I've heard some people call the backs of cross stitch project butts. I don't tend to really call them project butts, but it seemed fun. So would you like to see my butts? I'm gonna save the best butt for last. Hold on to your butts for these butts. So I guess I should probably start with the butt of this project. Not so bad. No, not so bad. A little bit of like crazy thread sticking out for no reason, but not terrible. Butt number 2. I don't even know if I should show this one. Lindy Stitches, family in another town. It's not really that exciting. It's just a little bit of butt. Just a tiny butt. Just a little tiny butt. I'm probably only going to show you the backs of projects that have substantial work to them. Looking at some of the projects where I just have one letter or just a tiny bit of the piece done, the butt isn't really all that exciting. So I will probably only show you the butts of established stitches. This one, of course, is the Witchy Stitcher, Wouldst Thou Like to Live Deliciously. I've just really done the words so far, so not too crazy on the butt. Okay, Stitchrovia, PhD in cross stitch. Again, not terribly crazy. Tiny jumps. Not terribly crazy. I feel like maybe that will be the trend of this video, is like, oh, you thought the butts were gonna be so bad, but they're not that bad. They're not that terrible. I don't know, some of you might be really cringing right now. Okay, happy Christmas. This one's probably the most exciting butt so far. So this one I will most definitely be working on soon because I am so close to finishing this, and it is becoming that time of year, so butt time. Ooh, ooh. See, I keep surprising myself. This butt isn't that bad. So Freudian stitch along. You guys saw this. Of course, you've seen all of these in my other video. Here's the butt. Not so bad. I'm really, again, like, kind of proud of myself. Maybe it's because it was, like, pieces that were released over time that, like, forced me to work on one piece at a time, so I wasn't really jumping around all that much. Yeah, surprisingly not so bad. I'm gonna be saying not so bad, and all of you at home are gonna be like, ooh, so bad, so gross. The Witchy Stitcher Universal Monsters piece. Oh yeah. So this is more reminiscent of what my backs typically look like. What's the point of tying off when I've got a bat here and I've got a bat here and I've got a bat here and a bat here? I'll just like jump around. Why not? Oh, look at the jumps from like the Frankenstein like reds, and yeah, this is a good example of how I just don't care about the backs. Ooh, how about the butt of this one? So my all French knot piece from this Cactus kit that I've been working on from Michaels. It's not as crazy as you would think, but like look at that pot. Like you can tell how many French knots are in this piece because of how crazy like smushed the back looks. Fun. It's fun. So the We're All Mad Here by Magic Stitching. Not terrible. The only jumps you really see are the jumps to avoid the letters. And I really have been kind of following like a back and forth pattern on this because I am using variegated threads. So this one is kind of primed to be a neater back in general, just because I am being conscious of how the colors are laying on the front. Happy Accidents piece by myself. Man, you guys are all gonna be like, oh, this was so boring. I was expecting a horror show and they're not really all that bad. Maybe I should open up some of my old pieces and be like, oh, you want to see bad? They all would look like the Universal Monsters piece, just all over the place. No one asked your opinion. And the moment you've all been waiting for. Do you want to see the butt? This is a bad butt. This is a messy butt. The happy little stitch along. This I have been doing cross country and parking. Oh my goodness. It gives me like chaotic joy. Also, why is my needle on the back of my needle minder and not the front of my needle minder? I don't know. Ugh. I secretly love this. I mean, I publicly love this because I just told you all, but like, oh, I love it so much. I can't wait to like take a picture of the whole thing finished and rolled out. There you are. There are all my established butts. Clearly I have way more whips than that because you guys have seen them, but some of them are barely started, so I'm not really going to show off the butts of those pieces until they have bigger butts. We'll just put it that way. So yeah, a little bit of a shorter floss tube today. I will try to promise to get some more cross stitch work done over the next few weeks so we can have a little bit more of a longer episode next time. But we'll see how these crochet projects kind of like rule my life at the moment. If you want to show off some of your projects, maybe show off some of your nice clean backs, I'll put a link to my Discord down below. That is a place where myself and my stitchy friends hang out and share projects that we're working on. And we would love to have you there. If you enjoyed this video, click the like button. Don't forget to subscribe. I'll see you in the next video, and as always, happy stitching, and the backs don't matter. I don't know like how close to get or anything like that. Like I think I've mentioned this before, like I can't see myself. I'm using my phone, it's turned around. I can't see myself. So I kind of just set it up, do a test, and then hope that everything's in camera. And so far, knock on wood, everything has been like great. But like one of these days, I'm gonna like record a video and nothing's gonna happen, or I'm gonna be like holding up things and be like, oh. Worst case scenario, I'll just record the B-roll later of the butts, but however.